I got drafted into the military in 1969 and wound up in Columbia, South Carolina at Fort Jackson for a substantial amount of my tour of duty there, and I was introduced to a fellow named Snuffy Jenkins. And he's the guy who actually was the first one to put on 3-finger picks and play in this style. There were 2 other guys there from Rutherford County, North Carolina, who had done it. They had seen a classical banjo player by the name of Fred Van Epps, who played with all his digits on his right hand. And he used to travel with some of the old vaudeville and minstrel shows that traveled down through and everything. Well, Smith Hammett and Rex Brooks saw him. And they each come up with a style of playing a syncopated thing which they put 4 notes to. And whether it would be like, or it gave them a syncopated roll that they could play their Sally Goodens and Cripple Creeks and things like that too. And Snuffy heard those guys play it. But Snuffy was the first fellow that ever put on finger picks. Snuffy was the first fellow that ever played banjo in the 3-fingered style that was a full-time professional entertainer. That was one distinction he made. He never did anything in his life except music until they washed out of it in the 50s and he started selling cars down at Central Chevrolet. He was the first person to play it on the radio, and he was the first person to record it.